you're looking for Bitcoin to only go up, expect the unexpected, because this is Bitcoin. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Dimitri Jeremy. I'm in the Pipe 5x5 here, living in Dubai. Hope you're doing well, or wherever you are in this fine world that you find yourself. Oh man, you know what? Bitcoin is an exciting topic for me because a while ago, when I first learned how our monetary system was working, I realized that society was in for a collapse. We're going to see basically the world collapse in on itself as the super wealthy and the worst of the worst type of people at the top will be ruling over the average person for maybe even a millennium. That was our trajectory, right? Before Bitcoin was invented. And then Bitcoin came on the scene, and that's when the world changed for the better. Because now, once you have good money, you can take back all the power that those scumbags at the top have, right? And you know they're scumbags because you just need to look at the vaccine BS, and then also, what's it called? The Olympics, opening of the Olympics. This was clearly nonsense, right? And if you disagree, right, that's fine, right? But I think the majority of us see through the BS. And I'm glad that Bitcoin is here for us all. We're going to be talking about the news and more about how Bitcoin will basically save the day. All right, and then we're going to go on to technical analysis on the crypto space, both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you're interested in on trading, you can do so at coinw.davincij15.com. Links in the description below. You could also join the Telegram group, which is CoinW Telegram group, Telegram.davincij15.com. Also, that link is in the description below. Okay, quickly going over ORC. ORC has done a little bit of a pullback, but from the bottom here, we are destined for a blast off, a retest the top of the range here. So be ready. If you don't have any ORC, or you are missing out. Yeah, it's gonna move really fast. So don't waste your time. Same with Waffles. Waffles has, slid down from the top of the range of 44 cents, but that's okay. It looks like it's found the bottom, and on top of that, it's creating a nice big W. So a big explosive move will come. So you're going to be missing out if you're not in at the bottom here. Don't waste time. Same with basically PayPay. It has, stopped its bleeding, and we're going to see a little bit more sideways action probably, but then there's going to be a big pump going forward. Probably not as big as Waffles, right? It could come up here and then come up to this level right about here, and then fail, and then we come back and then go. So that's a possibility, but we have to wait for it to play out, of course, on PayPay. Okay, this is the news that we're going to be covering for today. At least some of it. Links are in the description below. The weekend crypto volume shares at an all-time low. The institutions are here. So what this is saying is that if we were to zoom in, is that this is the orange is the weekend volume, and the blue is the weekday volume. And weekend volume has dropped off a cliff, not because specifically that no one's trading it. It's just that institutions only trade during the weekdays, and so the amount of volume has eclipsed the weekend trading volume. That's all that has happened here. So that's what it says here. Okay. Goldman Sachs lowers the U.S. recession risk to 20%. What does it mean for Bitcoin? You know what? Honestly, it doesn't mean anything for Bitcoin. Whenever Goldman Sachs comes out with something, just so you know, it is 90% accurate that the opposite will happen. So they're saying 20% risk of recession means that it's really the 80% risk of recession. When Goldman Sachs speaks, That's the highest probability of what's going to happen because they do not provide the average person real information. I want to repeat that for you again. They do not provide the average person real information. They provide it to their clients. Does that make sense to you? Does that you understand that logic? Because that's what their job is, to make money for their clients, not for your dumb ass. All right. So with that said, right, you can expect, Bitcoin could take a big dip coming into the future if there's a massive recession, right? It is what it is. But don't worry, that dip will only be temporary. Not your keys, not your cheese, or not your name. Here's why naming is the next killer app for Bitcoin. Yes, you know what? Whilst it is, I agree, right? So basically creating, because Bitcoin provides and preserves economic liberty, it represents individual freedom. It silently advocates for property rights. Property rights is very important. Right now, your property rights is under attack because they steal it from you, steal money from you as you work, as you save. And Bitcoin puts a stop to all of that. Whether you're an individual or business, it gives you the complete empowerment over your decisions about production, investment, and consumption without the threat of censorship, confiscation, and debasement. Yes, they can't take your money from you, right? Because they don't like you, or, they feel you've done something wrong, even though you're supposed to be innocent before they have to be proven guilty. When it comes to our current financial system, you're guilty and you have to prove you're innocent. So they basically take your money away from you first, and then you have to go and prove your innocence in order to get that money back. That is the way our system is operating, and that has to stop. Anyways, the problem with this is it is an idea whose time is just not yet come, right? People are not familiar with storing their own keys and managing their own keys. Once people are able to do that, right, both voting and name ownership can be a possible future application. Just so you know, right, Bitcoin can't be hacked, but you can. Right? What does that mean? Hack Bitcoin whale may have lost $238 million, right? So basically, this guy who does an analysis of the blockchain noticed that 4,064 Bitcoin was transferred to different places that looks like it was stolen, and so nobody has claimed that this money has been stolen, of course, but it's clear based on the movement it has been stolen. So I need you guys to be careful, right? If you have this kind of money, you should have never put this available on simply just a normal wallet, whether on your phone, and it needs to be on a hardware wallet, right? So making a hack that much more impossible to take place. There are different levels of, as you increase your security. For example, you increase with a passphrase. Then also you could use what's called multi-signature. So that you could avoid that someone should steal it, because you need not just one set of keys, you need multiple keys. 75% of all Bitcoin has been hodled for over 6 months. Yes, this means that, people are waiting for higher prices before they sell any. And what's going to happen is this number is going to increase. It's going to be interesting when the price collapse occurs. This number will not decrease. It will actually significantly increase, right? As those people more and more people will hodl more. They're not going to be fooled, right? Only the average paper hand will be fooled. Bitcoin Flash is an indicator that often precedes higher prices. Yes, there's many indicators saying that Bitcoin is going to go higher. Yes, that's true. However, not things happen in the short term that could say, okay, well, Bitcoin could go down for the short term, but overall go higher in the long term. All right, 94% of Bitcoin supply has now been issued. This is important, right? Because the rest is irrelevant. 6% is irrelevant because when you look at it, right, for us to get even to 95% or 90, let's just say 98%, that's a long time from now. That's many years from now, right? So we've already have everything, basically all the Bitcoins that really are necessary. The rest is not going to make that much difference to the pricing. So effectively, this is the curve of pricing in the sense of inflation. Deflation is non-existent beyond the demand of people. So as more people demand it, that's the only cause of deflation, right? And hold it. That will cause deflation of the Bitcoin supply, and there's no creating more. All right, let's go on to some technical analysis, and you should do some trading and win up to $30,000 at coinw.davincij15.com. All right, so I had the right direction with Bitcoin. I knew it was going to head higher, but of course my trade got stopped out, but that's okay. We're headed higher, but keep in mind, this is Bitcoin. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. This could be like reversal. This could reverse on us. But what I can see is that we've definitely broken out from a key resistance area of 59,800, 58,900, I guess. And this is looking good on the daily. Let's take a look at on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, that's even better. You can see that we have two candle closes, or two candles outside above this support level. Resistance level. So we can see that maybe this time we're going to hold it and break out. So we could say for sure, once we break the $61,000 or $62,000 level. Looking at Ethereum, well, Ethereum, I always thought it was in a bullish stance, and it still is, and it looks like it's ready to break higher and, take back its $3,000 mark, but it's close to the $3,066 level. First, we have to break through, of course, the $2,800 level. It looks like it's going to be testing that sometime soon, sometime this week. So look for that. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.